as you grow, how far you are able to exercise, what is the choice, that you are exercising, because you've got two options always, yes or no questions. So they're all not, you don't have to describe them. Every time what life presents you is yes or no. If you give yes, I think, you go through that and you should be able to manage the consequences and get that. If you are able to say a strict no, because it's not going to take you anywhere and all, then you are able to hold on to that. It's not that you will have to always say no. You may have to say yes to the right thing, no to the wrong thing. What is right thing? What is wrong thing? The thing that takes you to the right path, where you will be going beyond finally, which we are not able to understand now, which we will be able to go and get the finest bliss, which is not possible with this body, mind, and intellect. There is a bliss available. What is that? We have felt it. It comes like a flash. It like a lightning. A moment it comes. So once you know that such a thing is available, then all other things will be inferior. But how many people come to know of that great thing? Only few come to know, not very many. In the Gita, they say amongst millions, one come to know. Even the one, which is out of the millions who trying to make an attempt, out of that one of those millions, they try to realize that. That's what happens. If it is that, is it that, because the entire life, if it is not going to be such a possibility, why should we go through and why should we take effort, to understand that? What is that, it is going to help us? Is it that entire thing, because, okay, let me be like anyone else, whatever comes in the way, let me indulge, let me enjoy experience. At least I will have the sort of, the pleasure of, yes, whatever has come, I have not left it out, I have done and all. Why to waste my time onto this? This question will come every point of time. It will come, because as long as when you find the reason is working for you, when the reason fails, then your faith begins. As long as everything goes right, you just go about as it is and all. When the reason fails, faith begins. When faith, you will get to grapple for answer for your questions. You've got 100 different questions. Why it is happening to me? Why it is happening to me? A question normally we ask, when we think, something has happened to us, because we have been wrongly treated. We just don't realize, we are this cause for that. Because we are the cause for that, that is already inbuilt. But we are not able to realize that. So we think, because it should not have happened to me and all. When you reach a level, when you take a right choice, because you might think, it can happen to anyone. It could have happened to me also. So that is where, because see, so many things, so many people you are finding the sufferings, beyond, we are able to describe, because we couldn't see and we try to know why it has come to me. Let us try to help them. That's what a human tendency is. You try to refer a doctor, or if a person is suffering from sort of very serious disease or cancer, or you try to refer him to some Ayurvedic treatment is there, you do that and all. But you should not always be, because which is called the aspita, because there is one concept we will discuss later. You think, it happened to him. If it happens to me, what? That you should never have that attitude at all. Never have that thought. It can come to anyone. I'm not an exception, or anyone else's exception. When it comes, you should have the ability to face and go through with it. Once you have that, because that's not there, then you will not, because every time why it is happening, not that, something has to happen to us. It is just whatever happens to us, we think it is only happening to us alone at that point of time. You might be knowing, but you think, because how am I concerned about that? It is happening to me right now. I am concerned with this. For that, the same question has been asked by beautifully in the 6th chapter of Gita by Arjuna. He asked Krishna, what is this? Because you are telling, you control the mind, this and that and all. It's just not possible. Mind is not getting controlled. So what? Because I couldn't do that. Is it that, because if that is the case, what happens to me? You are telling me all great concepts. I'm not able to, I'm able to sort of hear, understand, but I'm not able to practice. I'm not able to get to the level, where you want me to, where you are telling, this has to happen, that has to happen and all. So at that point of time, he asks one particular question. You tell me what happens if I am not able to follow this and I am not able to control my mind. For that, the 6th verse 35, he says, this is the Vairagya. Lord Krishna says, O mighty arms and asamshayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. Correct. Mind is difficult to control. Durnigraham. Nigraham is control. Durnigraham, you will not be able to control. Chalam, it goes in its own way. It is a horse. It goes in all direction. You will not be able to. Krishna says to him, you are very correct. Asamshayam, there is no doubt about it. It happens. We are not able to do that. Abhyasena ta kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. Abhyasena kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. In the sense by practice. And vairagyam in the sense, just to take, I will not be enticed by anything and all, because that is, that's what Nachiketa is trying to demonstrate. Vairagyena cha grihyate. Is it that? Vairagyena grihyate. Abhyasena, what practice I will do every day, because whatever good things comes in front of me, I will negate. I don't want it. Then people say, he doesn't know how to enjoy, nor he is allowing others to enjoy. Your own family will say, Karlo, I think, please allow us to do it. Why are you telling, because this is not good, that's not good. You go on telling, we should not take this, this will affect, children won't come to your side at all. You will have to enjoy with them everything and all. It is there. What it says is abhyasena in the sense, by experience is not what happens to you, what you learn from is experience. So you might have also indulged, but when finally having indulged, you got the experience of that. And the experience and what you learned from that is already stored in your chitta, but you are not accessing that at that point of time. See, twice, you have driven fast over 90 kilometers. Twice you might have involved in a minor accident. Third time also you find a good road, you go beyond that, because you are not able to control. 80 to 90 is a safe sort of speed. We can go into that. If you discriminate and identify, you will have a safe journey and you will be able to go. But because what if, because if you are not able to draw that lesson you have learned from earlier and still you go, that is, you are not practicing. That is abhyasena. You don't have to any spell. Whatever, everything comes in your life. Every lesson we have learned. But having learned the lessons, are we able to use the same lesson while making a choice? Because it's not out of the world. What we have experienced, out of that only we are going to make the choice. Without your knowledge to knowing, what you have experienced, you will not be able to make a choice at all. If something is new, you have never experienced, only, because when you try to find, only when you put your finger into the fire, you will know, it is the small child, till such time it doesn't know, it's going to hurt. But only when it experiences that it knows. Next time, when there is a fire or a lamp, it will not take its finger near to that. So it has used, whatever experience it has learned. The choice is that's what abhyasena he says. And not only that, he goes to the extent, giving a very great concept. If it happens, okay, if it is, you are telling, finally you will go to you are doing, Nachikata, Agni and all those type of things, you go to Swarga and you get Mukti and finally you get Punarmrityu, you get everything and all, Muktas and all. I'm not able to do all those things. I have tried. I have also understood. I have exercised my discrimination based on the lessons I have learned from my experience. What happens to that? For that, Krishna says, it's a beautifully he says, Prapya Punyakritam Lokanam Anushishva Shaswati Samaha. See, whatever you experienced, whatever, after dwelling, you learned and whatever you applied, because you made a try, you have tried your best, you are not able to do, that will not go waste. That will take you Prapya Punyakritam Lokan Anushishva. Wherever you, in this world, other world, when you go, you will be taken to the virtuous side of the things. You will be taken to the company of the virtuous people, because you already tried your best. So you will be taken for further development of your virtues and further development of your abhyasa. From there you will be able to get. It will not go waste. So making an attempt, by doing that, what I am going to do, by doing that, you are going to get everything. This is exactly, that is being said there. And then Suchinam Srimatam Griham, because sometimes you may follow, you may sort of take birth in a very wealthy family and wealthy, virtuous family, because they are doing a lot of charities, and because it will all happen because you have taken the effort to come out good in this world. So what he says is, it's not that, what is going to happen, you don't have to do and all. You continuously do that. Whatever your earlier births and the current birth, everything will be accumulated. You will be given the right place. So getting into the right place at the right time is the most important grace of the God that God gives us. Whatever happened to us, and we were at the right time and the right place because He has given us the right opportunity for us. And whatever we have not got is, we don't deserve it and we have not been taken. It's not the right opportunity for us, that we will not accept that. Once you take that, it will happen. See, because then once it takes, you take it either to this, and finally, atava yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam. Otherwise, you get into the family of great yogis and wise people. You get born into that. Someone, getting birth into the family of Anantarama Dikshitar or someone, and I say some great Mahan. We get that his ambience will be such, he himself will become something like that. How he comes into that family? Because he has endeavored in earlier births. All those things comes to us. So therefore, nothing goes waste, and we cannot say, by doing this, what am I going to do? So if you are going to say, by doing this, what am I going to do? It is a transaction. The transactional thing, will not be applicable in this. So this is what exactly he has said. And for that, the next mantra is going to give a reply. He is going to give a reply, is the most practical and wonderful reply, Nachiketa. Why he is still insisting on, despite that he has been given the long life, all that he wants, including a kingdom, what he wants, everything is offered on a platter. And he doesn't have to take any efforts for all these things. And then having done that, why is he still insisting? Because he is being tested to the 100% Vairagya. The great Acharyas say, including Chinmayananda says, is Vairagya quotient, like what we have got intellectual quotient, emotional quotient and all. Vairagya quotient is 100 out of 100 for this entire Nachiketa. So when we say, when we are making an attempt, what we are making an attempt, because when we are making an attempt, we have got a habits of certain things, which we are doing as a matter of practice. It is coming in our own internally stored subconscious. Without effort, it comes. But once you understand, you've got a better choice to make. You are slowly attempting to change the habits. So I may not be able to get up, before 7 o'clock for a long period of time. But once I make an effort, maybe, if I could get by 6:45, 6:30 and all, then I find, how, because my mind is so clear, free, and how I enjoy, the bliss, and I go to the bed little early and try to make it, I come, like slowly you improve upon that. Then that becomes receptors are being produced. The receptors are being produced in your neurons. You are able to get those things and change your habits. By changing your habits, which has become your second nature in doing the things. A lot of our habits are second nature. They know he will take, only this around 9 o'clock, and then he will do it. In your house, they will tell you. You may not be aware. They know what you will do. Because those habits have come to us, over a period of time. Once you know some good habit has to be adopted, and to replace that habit, we find it very difficult because I'm used to that. Once you take that effort, you take it. So once you do that, automatically it takes. Having heard everything and